Good morning. I'm sorry. I gotta eat before I get ready to go to the gym. I'm sitting out here with the beagle. And I am feeling, part of my appearance, as a lot of you ladies can tell, very handsome. What's up? Look at my brother Wade right there. What up, Wade? I see you, homeboy. Let's talk about something real quick. Right now, most of you know, I'm a pretty confident guy. Arrogant even. Conceited. Whatever you want to call it, I'm that guy. No problem about it. Carry it like that every day. I'm not wishy-washy. It isn't based on anything. It's just how I feel about myself and in this life. But right now, thank God, first and foremost, right now, I feel like I can do everything. I am feeling like I walked into this audition yesterday, and there were some guys who, got a name for themselves or whatever. And it hit me. Like I told some people, it hit me. I got a name for myself. I've made a name for myself. I'm a big deal. But not just, this acting stuff. Hey, Mo. Not just this acting stuff. Storytelling. Mr. Gomez, I'm going to bust your ass in Madison. I want you to be able to see me. I want somebody to tell you that I said it. I have never been beaten in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm going to bust your ass in Madison. All right? Then maybe when I kick your ass enough, you can get on the rise then. Real shit. The funny thing, though, I have watched stuff going on around me, and I have laughed at stuff going around me. I have. Because it's funny. Real quick, though. Do you think a woman is upset like she may be if you did something to her? Because if you do something to her, she can do something about it. Or is she upset because you did something right to her? And then somehow in the Matrix, it just felt like, oh my God, something's wrong. Right? Right? Right. Right. Back to the subject matter. I'm just getting some stuff off my chest because a lot of people have had a lot of things to say with my name involved. And I just feel like I've got time today, this morning, before I go to my callback. So I went to the audition. And there were a couple of guys who've been around longer than me, doing their thing longer than I have. And they were there. There were a lot of people there. As you know, with Black Roll, there were a lot of people there. I got the director's session callback. There's a difference. So, if those guys happen to be watching, if you happen to listen, if you happen to be, to have the misfortune, the fortune and misfortune, fortune because you got to call back too, misfortune, you got to go in with me. You got to go in with me. And nobody's hungrier than me right now. Nobody's thirstier than me. Nobody's more aggressive than me right now. Nobody's nothing more than me right now when it comes to this stuff. I want all of it. I want all of it. When you turn on Amazon Prime, you're going to see me. When you go to the movies in a few months, you're going to see me. When you turn on your TV, you're going to see me. You open up a book, you see me. You hear some poems, you see me. I want you to see me. But right now, and I'm in great shape, sister called me a snack. I could have sworn I was a meal, but if she said I was a Hershey bar with almonds, I'm good with that. So now, I always like to transfer these things into a lesson. So here's today's lesson. How do you feel? A woman yesterday on set says, you are your biggest fan. And so I retorted, who else is supposed to be? If you have a wife, significant other, husband, partner, whatever the case may be, and that person's your biggest fan, you're doing it wrong. They supposed to be your second biggest fan or close or whatever. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. I am my biggest fan. I do root for me more than anybody else. I do when you come into an audition. I do want to kick your ass when you come into an audition. I do when I go on storytelling. I do want to whoop ass. I don't want to finish anything lower than first. Call it whatever you want to call it. I do feel a certain way about this blackness. I do feel a certain way about it. I do. I feel a certain way about this blackness. I feel a certain way about how I'm supposed to represent. Do you know when I go into schools and talk about bullying and everything, little kids, this boy asked me one time, not too long ago, he asked me, he says, you wrote a book? He says, you wrote a book? You wrote that book? He asked me, could he have it? I said, no, you can have both of them. They were both Bobo books. I gave him both of them. I said, here, you have it. This one may be a little too easy for you, but the other one, yeah. He said, I'll read both of them. He said, man, you wrote a book. He said, you think I could write a book? I said, you can do whatever you want to do. He said, I can? I said, yeah. Put your mind to it, put your work in. Yeah, you can. This is important. How you feel about yourself is important. See how I transferred that? See how I started out about me? And now I can put it out there? The only reason a lot of people have problems with me is because of the way I feel about myself. Who I am and what I feel about myself is not dependent upon someone else. Now I want to go back and address something. I want to address some nonsense. And you rarely see me address nonsense. But I'm going to address some nonsense. Hey. You out there. Hey, brother. Good morning.
How are you today?
Excellent. You?
Fantastic.
Good to hear. You out there listening. You out there watching it. I haven't said one word about you, negative or otherwise. I am not going to say anything about you. Things in the course of this life go as they go. People have different opinions. They cause divergent paths, and that's just it. But please, do me a huge favor. My name means a little bit more than it did 90 days ago. It's a lot more claim to it. I can drop it sometimes. Oh, I know you. Means a little bit more. So that means it means a little bit more to me. So I'm asking you, very nicely, please keep my name out your mouth. See, people say that people who have nothing to lose are the most dangerous. No. People who have something to lose are the most dangerous. I am right here. And I've worked my butt off. So I'm asking you nicely. And notice, this isn't just for one person. Please, if you feel some sort of way and we can resolve it, approach me like a man or woman and say, hey, Jimmy, I got a problem with such and such, and we can more than likely resolve it amicably. If not, let's leave it alone, let it die. Time heals everything. Please. Okay? All right, back to the lesson. How do you feel about yourself? I'm not talking about what somebody else says to you, what they think. How do you feel? Do you know how much nonsense I hear all the time? You think you're all that. Oh, you ain't this. Oh, Jimmy, he ain't even cute. I never said I was cute. I'm freaking gorgeous. Never said I was cute. How do you feel about yourself? I feel ebullient. I feel like God has placed me right here. Some of the challenges I've had have made me this guy right now to build towards these moments to go forward and progress and grow. This isn't an accident. Has anybody been paying attention? Has anybody been paying attention from the beginning of the year to now? You remember what I said? This is the year of ascension. Go back on my page all the way to the beginning of the year. I said, this is the year of ascension. It might have been January 1st, January 2nd. I said, this is the year of ascension. This is the year we go, we get bigger. You are supposed to go. I said, and make it easy on yourself. Do it in the 6 months increments. Look at him. He just say something. Say something to people. Okay. All right. He didn't feel like talking. From January to June, you're supposed to look and say, I did this better. If you were trying to lose weight, I lost 2 more pounds than I did. I'm 2 pounds lighter than the beginning of the year. I wrote this book. I got this review. I went here. I bought this. I invested in that. From here to there. That's progression. Don't be trying to say, oh, I wanted to get a $6 million house, and you had enough for a $600,000 house, and it didn't happen. No, don't do that to yourself. Make it, and that's the other thing. Your success is yours. It's yours. I'm not trying to judge. I'm a name drop somebody, okay? And when you tell them this wasn't a slight. This wasn't a slight. This is a compliment. I'm not basing my acting career up against Antoine McKay's. I wouldn't do that to myself. I wouldn't do that to myself. I'm not as trained as him. I haven't been around as long as him. There are nuances that I haven't discovered that he's already mastered. I wouldn't do that to myself. So I don't do that to myself. Would I like to do some of the things he does? Yes, I would. I would. No doubt about it. Because he's done some impressive stuff. But I'm doing mine. And that's all I'm going to focus on, mine. And at some point, Lord willing, in all the lines, I'll get and do some of those things. But in the meantime, I'm doing pretty stellar for myself. From January to June, I booked Fire. And then after that, from July forward, I did Southside. I think it was July. Yeah, I did Southside. I booked the movie. I've been in a couple plays. I did all this stuff. Progression. How do you feel about yourself? When you take the hair out, when you take the clothes off, when you wipe the makeup off, when you do all this stuff, when you step away by yourself, can you look in the mirror and say, you're freaking awesome? I love you. You're freaking awesome. Can you tell yourself that? I feel buoyant. Hey, Valerie, I got your books. We got to link up for your books. I feel buoyant. And I'm finna go in here today to this callback and do what I do. Whew. All right, good people. All right? Good talking with y'all this morning. Have a great day. Peace and bliss. What's up, mother? My mom is home. Do you...